Hi guys, welcome back to my Flosstube. This is Flosstube number 29. My name is Crystal Rowe, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. I had a really big jump in subscribers this week, so I know that two of my fellow Flosstubers shouted me out, Chiara, Osborne, and Candace K, so thank you guys so much. But if another Flosstuber shouted me out or led you here, please let me know in the comments so that I can thank them, because there was a huge jump. So I am just over 950, so just about 50 more and I will be at 1,000. So thanks guys, I really appreciate it. And my last real Flosstube was my Flosstube and Whip Parade, and that was 2 weeks ago. I filmed a couple Stitch With Me's, and I did a Sew Sampler unboxing because I did not want to show that on my regular channel or regular Flosstube because of spoilers. So if you're interested in the Sew Sampler box, you can check that out. If not, then don't worry about it. I have been super busy, so I did have to wait 2 weeks to film a Flosstube, and I'm even another day late with that. And I've missed at least one Stitch With Me. So it was, I don't know what day. I think my last Flosstube was the 31st maybe? I don't know. But Parker had his birthday since then, and on his birthday we went to the water park and we had so much fun. It was awesome. And I went into detail about that on my Stitch With Me video. We have taken him fishing, so that was a lot of fun. I have been doing my physical therapy, and my husband is just waking He was asleep on the couch straight across from me, and he's waking up. But I'm sorry, I had to film a Flosstube. If y'all hear him snoring, it's because he's going back to sleep. So, and my mom yesterday was Friday, and I normally like to film on Friday, but my mom had an MRI, so it's just been busy. And I may have to go to every 2 weeks because we start school on Monday, and with the way the past couple weeks have been going, I don't know if I can do every week. So I want to keep up with still doing my Stitch With Me videos on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then do my Flosstube every other week. So we'll see. I do prefer weekly Flosstubes because I can remember things better, but the amount of stitching I'm doing is going down too, so I have to take that into consideration. So we'll see. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can make a community post and kind of keep you guys updated. But if you don't see regular videos from me, that's why. It's just homeschool, appointments, things like that. So I know you guys understand, and you guys, after my last Stitch With Me video, I kind of talked about that, and you guys all left me amazing comments. It was so sweet, so I really appreciate that. I really appreciate your support. Alright, I'm going to take a look at my notes. What else has been going on? Okay, that's it. So I'm going to get started. I have an FFO, and it is my August calendar crates. Excuse me. So I don't have the whole thing because it's up on my wall, but I brought this. So it's pretty much like everybody else's. It's the same thing everybody else has. And what I did though is I finished this buffalo check. Hang on just a second. Your glasses fell on the floor over there if you're looking for them. I used this buffalo check, and this is just a buffalo check from Hobby Lobby that I've had for a long time. I've used it on many pieces, but I wanted to come up with a way to change this out without using washers and magnets. I still have washers and magnets for the back, but I wanted to be able to take off this piece because I'll probably be using the black buffalo check a lot. So what I did is I used the Velcro command strips. Let me take it off. And I just I covered it with hot glue. And I'm using a different lighting situation, so I'm using my artificial, like my light and my ring light instead of natural light. So if things look a little bit different, that's why. It's so hot that if I open all the windows and the doors, it's just gonna be blazing hot in my house, and we don't need that. So anyway, I took a pair of scissors after I covered it and I cut out a square. And then I took hot glue and I glued all this fabric down. And then I took 2 of the Command Velcro strips and put them there. So, and my pack has 8, so I used 2 for the back of this one. And then I can just stick it back on there. You gotta kind of press with these things. They're not like regular Velcro where they just automatically go. You gotta kind of like push them together. So then I can just reuse this thing. So, you know, save me a little bit of money, a little bit of hassle, because it's a pain in the butt to get all this out and cut it and hot glue it and everything. So, just in case you might be interested in doing something like that, there you go. It works. And then I finished the little one. So, it doesn't fit in there perfectly, but you can't tell. When it's hanging up on the wall, you can't tell. So those are my finishes. Let me hold that up for a second so I can take a picture. Okay. Now, I have one finish I'm very excited about. It is my Barbara Anna Designs part 1 of A New World series, which is a series of 5 that you cannot see on this paper, and then this one, and it's a Halloween, and I know you can't see that. It's really hard to show that. So I finished it. I'm so excited. This is part 1 of 5. So this is on 32 count Purple Passion Belfast linen, and I'll just kind of like put it up there and scroll. And I can't see what I'm doing really, so hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. So, this was a lot more work than it looks like it is, but it was all really fun. So I enjoyed this. I'm so glad that I have it done. I can move on to part 2. So I'll show you that in my haul. So that's a 5-part series. And that is available on creativepoppy.com. And I will link that in the description box if you're interested. As far as I know, that's the only place you can buy that. So, it's just a really fun stitch. Okay, so those are my finishes. And now let's move on to whips. I have a few whips I've worked on. And, even though it's been a couple weeks, I've had a lot going on. So, I haven't been stitching as much. I'm still stitching every day. Maybe I might, yeah, at least a little bit every day. But some days I didn't get very much done. Oh, I just noticed I have a dog behind me. Alright, so I talked about in my whip parade this project, and I said it was just honoring us that I haven't done it, and it is. So I pulled it out. It is Heartstring Samplery Let Your Light Shine. And I bought this as encouragement for my son who is on the autism spectrum. And I wanted to hang this up in our homeschool area. So this is what I have done so far. I have the let and a little bit of the light. So, and I finished the light bulb. I just had to put some back stitches down there. So, I'm excited about that. Don't have much more to do on that. And hopefully I can find just a standard frame to fit this in. This is on 14 count chalkboard black. And she does not have the finished size on here. She just has a stitch count, so I don't know what it'll be. And this is really cool because it comes with this print. So this is like a 5x7, so we could frame this too. I really like that. It's on thick paper. It's really nice. That's the only Heartstring Samplery pattern I have, but I really like it. Okay, my next whip is something, my next whip is my September calendar crates. And I can't find the cover because, just like August, I keep losing the covers. I don't know. But this is how far I've gotten on it. And I really like it. But I'm going to have to get my butt in gear to get this done. Because I was hoping to get like a 4th done every week. But we're into the almost the second half of August, and I only have less than a quarter of it done. So I need to get my butt in gear on that so I can get it hung up in my house. And my next project is in my Love My Stitching bag. And a little bit of paper is stuck in it. This was my birthday start. This is Butterfly Cloche by Hello from Liz Matthews. And the bag's a mess. Let me find the cover. Okay, I started this on my birthday and I really haven't picked it up since. Well, I did because I restarted it on a different fabric. I originally was stitching it on Picture This Plus. It was the called for. I can't remember what it was. And I love the fabric. I just wasn't loving it for this project. So I switched to 40 count XJU designs. And I want to think this is called Bunny. Or Bunny's Mom. I'll have to look at my purchase history on Etsy and find out what it is. But it doesn't look like much. But this took me like half a day to... I put in some more of this, it looks like white, but it's a cream. And then I started filling in with the black. So, because this is 40 count, I'm much slower. I'm slow as Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, Parker asked me about... Yeah, he asked me some questions about Santa Claus this week. So, he knows. He knows the facts now, so let's just put it that way. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, because I don't know who's listening to this video, but we had to have that discussion this week. So, yeah. But I still love it. It's just taken me a long time. So, this isn't anything that's going to get done quickly. Because if it took me that long to just get that much stuff done, you know, but that's okay. It's not a race. I just enjoy it. I enjoy the difference of stitching in a hoop. And I did kind of take it out of the hoop and was like, well, let me just try stitching in hand. And I just prefer on a 40 count. It's telling me my phone is ringing. Okay, sorry. With a 40 count, I just prefer a hoop because of just seeing the holes, basically, because I don't use a magnifier light or anything. So it's just easier for me to make sure that I'm stitching the way I'm supposed to in a hoop. So that's Butterfly Cloche. And this bag's a mess. It's really a little bit too small for this pattern. I may need to switch that. Alright, so last of my whips is Shocking Winter Rose Manor. And pull this out, not showing the chart. I'm getting super close to being done. This is so big, it's hard to show. Okay, so what I've done is, I know since I've put in the initials, no wait, was that on my last Flosstube? I think it was because I talked about the Donkey Kong thing. So I did that. What else have I done? I can't remember. I don't know what I've done. I've been working on it. I put in that. Now, the stitches around here are... maybe I talked about Donkey Kong on Stitch With Me. Just sometimes I get confused about the Stitch With Me and Flosstube. Okay, I'm just going to repeat myself. If I said this during my whip parade, I'm sorry. But I put in my brother's initial and my initial. So that's his initial for David and mine for Crystal. And the first thing, I thought it was Donkey Kong. Joe, my husband. And, y'all, my brother would love that. If this is your first video with me, I lost my brother in 2018. And he was so funny. We have the very same sense of humor, and we would just make each other laugh until we were wheezing. I mean, we'd be on the phone and we would just wheeze. We would be like silently laughing and wheezing. So he would love that. If I said it was Donkey Kong, he would love that. So, you know, and that's what it's all about. Remembering him and honoring our mom. So, and then I moved down to here and the light's blowing out. So basically, this color that's in this, okay, that right there, I bought 2 skeins of it and I ran out. Now these were the last stitches of that color in this entire piece, because it's the same color that's in all these vines, and it's in a ton of stuff. I ran out on this, that's like what, maybe 12 stitches. So I was like, I'm not ordering a skein of floss for that. I just used a similar color, and yes, you can tell, but it's fine. But what I was saying was the little flowers on here are Algerian islets. Algerian islets, not Algerian. Don't listen to me. Algerian islets, which I've never done. I did look up on YouTube, and so I'm just kind of saving that towards the end. So all I have left to do is put in my mom's initials, a year, a couple hearts, and all the snowflakes, or whatever, yeah, all the little snowflakes like these. I gotta put all those in. I gotta put my mom's initial down here, and 2 hearts, the Algerian islets, and this will be done. So that's exciting. That's really working, the 25/7. And you know, before 25/7 started trending, Flosstubers like Janet Jabber they've been doing 30 minutes a day, so they know what's up. They've been doing this way before the 25/7, but it just helps. So generally what I do is I won't say 2 threads, but 2 lengths of floss is basically 25 minutes for me. So I know once I've done 2 lengths of floss that I've put in my time. But generally I'm also watching Flosstube, so I know. And Miss Stormy just jumped up here. Hey, say I'm a wild thing. Yeah. It's good time for coffee break. Okay, so I want to say thank you for the Buy Me a Coffee from Chiara. Thank you so much. That was so sweet. I do have a Buy Me a Coffee link in my description box if anybody's interested in that. And Chiara, thank you so much. So that was Stitchy Kindness. And so now I want to go to wish list. There's Needlework Expo is coming up at the end of this month, so a lot of designers have been kind of previewing their new releases. So there are a ton of beautiful patterns that are being shown on Instagram, but there's one that I lost my mind over, and actually I don't have the title of it. I'm gonna hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. And Stormy keeps jumping on my table and shaking the camera. It's still kind of shaking, so sorry. I had to look up the name. It is Moonlight. I'm looking at the computer screen as I talk because I want to describe this. Moonlight Sampler from the Blue Flower. And it is so cool. It's beautiful, first of all. But it has this lady sitting on like a bench or a swing, and she has like, it's full of nocturnal animals. So there's actually an opossum with its babies on its back, and I may be getting some of these wrong, but there's a bat. There is I can't think of what that thing's called. I don't know what it's called. I can't think. An owl. There's moths. I mean, it's beautiful. I fell in love with it. There's the moon. It's so, so, so beautiful.
What is it? What's the other animal?
I don't know. You want to come here and look at it?
Describe what it is?
It's like, it's not a skunk, but it has like the long neck with black and white stripes.
Raccoon?
I know what a raccoon is.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. No.
It's got a nose like this. Just get up, look at the picture.
What's that?
My husband's on the other side. Right
Oh.
here, that black and white one. What's that called? My husband's on the other
skunk?
side. That's not a skunk.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Skunks.
That's not a skunk.
Well, that's not a wolverine. I mean, that's kind of like has stripes on his head too. That's a skunk. That is a skunk.
No, it's not. It has a fully white back.
Skunks have white stripes on their
That's not. I'm gonna email her.
No, it's a skunk. I promise you, that's what it is.
It ain't a skunk. Y'all let me know what it is in the
It's a
comments.
skunk.
Stormy's on the table. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to save this. Okay. Alright. Listen. You can't be on here. Because she keeps knocking my stuff off on the floor and then Mose eats it. Yeah. So, that's like her favorite thing to do. Is knock my cross-stitch stuff in the floor when I'm here or when I'm not here. Okay. So anyway, the other thing on my wish list is, and it is a hands-on design. Let's Talk Stitching. It is so cute. So, so, so cute. It's, I don't know. It would just be a lot of fun to stitch. So, those are the two things on my wish list, but if y'all have been seeing all these new releases, you'll know that they are so amazing. If you're not on Instagram, and you don't want to be on Instagram, you could always create just like just an account that you don't actually post to, and you could use, just make up a name. A lot of people don't actually use their name on Instagram. I mean, mine's Crystal Rowe, but some people would just put like, I like to stitch, or just so they can look at that stuff. So, let's go on to haul. And I just have a few things pretty much from the dollar store for haul. Well, that's not true. Okay, so the Stormy. She's down here. Let's see if I can find a toy for her. Parker got this little catnip toy at the dollar store yesterday, and he was so excited, and like she did not care at all. So my husband said that it probably wasn't really catnip. It was like, probably had like one piece of catnip in it or something, so she didn't care. But these are my quilt labels from Tagged for the month, and these are really pretty. These are ones, sorry, that light is blowing everything out. This is probably the last time I use that lighting because it's messing up everything. But it says handmade by Crystal Rowe, and it's really pretty. But sorry, let's see. There we go. Okay. So that's a monthly subscription, and you get your quilt tags, which I have not been sewing because of my back, and I'm really frustrated about that. But I know physical therapy is going to help me. I just got to get through it. And whew, man, last week, whoo, they are putting me through it, but I'm doing it, and I'm doing my exercises every day. Alright, so the other one is the Barbara Ann Designs. This is part 2 of A New World, and it is called Plentiful Meadows. Let me just zoom in there. It is so cute. It has the barn. Okay, I guess it's a horse. I don't know, a horse or donkey. And it has like the big bad wolf up top, which is fun. All the little animals. Okay, look. I don't like red-eyed bunnies, so those bunnies are going to get another color eye. I don't like that. Cows. Look how cute. Little sheep. It's so cute. That's going to be a lot of fun. And it uses all the same colors. Where's my project bag? It uses all the same colors except for the two aquas are different. So this is my messy floss. It uses all of these except for these change. These two colors change into two different aquas. Actually, I think just this one changes. So it keeps this one and then you use a much lighter one. So I'm guessing that all of them will be like that. They have like the same base colors, which makes it a lot easier. Because as you can see, I have plenty of floss left over. So that's fun. I ordered the linen, so it'll be here hopefully next week. And the other things are basically finishing items for my calendar crates. So what I did is at our Dollar General, they had these. Sorry, I'm shaking the thing again. They had these little signs, and they had several of them, and this is the one I chose. And then they had this. So, to me, this matches my September calendar crates really well. Of course, that blue's not popping. But once I started thinking about it, and this was $1 and this was $2, is that I really like. I may use this for another month or something, or somewhere else in my house, because I thought about, okay, so I bought this pillow, which is the same thing, but it's a more general any time of the year. It's home sweet home. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 6-inch quilt block that matches the piece. Not for September, but for other months. I'm going to make a 6-inch quilt block with a envelope backing, and I'm just going to use this pillow to stuff those quilt blocks and make just a little quilted pillow to hang from the calendar crates. So I'll insert a picture here so you guys can see what I'm talking about, that big wooden piece that a lot of people are using for their calendar crates. So I don't know if that will work, but I want to try to at least make one and see if I like it. So I bought this one because it's neutral, so it may go with different months, but also I can use this part, the white part, to put, you know, behind the quilt block so nothing shows through. So basically I'm just going to use this for stuffing. So we'll see. And then also for September, whoops, sorry, I know that's shaking that. Okay. Is I bought these little, this is from the Dollar Tree, so these were $1 each. I bought these to go into the glass jar because I thought they were really different, and I have some pumpkin picks from last year in my finishing stuff, so I thought that would look cute in the glass jar. It's just something different. So that's all I've got for haul. Now let's do the giveaway. Alright, so I've got Parker's computer here so we can do it. Alright, so the first one, and I don't have the charts with me, I'm sorry. The first one is for the 2 Little House Needleworks coffee themed charts. So I've got the link up, and we'll put in coffee. Okay. So get YouTube comments. Okay, so there's 17 comments with coffee. And then here's the start button. I know y'all hate me because that lighting. Roxanne ZDEB. So Roxanne, get a hold of me with your address and I'll get that out to you. Thank you, Roxanne. So the next one is for the Tudor bee chart from the blue flower. So I said use the word bee. Get YouTube comments. 26 comments. And now if this draws the same name, I'll just redo it. But I think Roxanne had only entered for coffee. So, start. Okay. Seam Stitchy Flosstube. Okay, so that's a Flosstube channel I can check out. Seams Stitchy Flosstube says, oh, I love the Tudor bee. I'd love to stitch that. So thank you. And if you have a Flosstube channel and you haven't told me about it, or you told me about it and you haven't heard your name shouted out, please leave that in the comments, because I may have missed your comment if you've done it before. I would love to check out everybody's Flosstube, so just leave it in the comments if you have a Flosstube channel. So, Seam Stitchy Flosstube, congratulations. You've won the Tudor bee chart. Alright, we have one more, and this one is for the Layla May Designs kit with the wooden paddle and the chicken chart and the finishing materials. So that word was chicken, and this one was for United States only because of shipping. So let's get YouTube comments. Okay, 20 people entered that. Oh, hang on a second. Okay. Hit the start button. Wendy Kaufman. Wendy Kaufman, you've won. I enjoyed your 1-year anniversary and, of course, the kitten's antics. Yes, and she's over here eating in the corner of a chart. So, but we love her. So, Wendy, thank you. Get in touch with me, all of you. Thank you so much. I still owe a couple packages out. If you're expecting a package from me, I'll probably mail that today. So, I'm sorry. It's just fell to the wayside. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm sorry. So, because I did 3 giveaways this week, I'm not going to do another giveaway this week. I think y'all understand. But that's it. So, I hope you guys have an awesome week. And next time, I'm going to show some of my previous finishes. I just have a few for fall. So, that's all. I hope you guys have a great week. And I'll see you soon. Bye.